You never know what to expect when you walk into a memory care facility. We're at the Gaffney House in Capitol Hill. Honestly, I didn't expect it to be quite like this. This calm, this quiet. And then I realized why.
Let it be.
I realized it's the headphones. The headphones. All these headphones.
A lot of it is beautiful.
Virginia,
I realized
I have a music for you.
it's the music.
Georgia,
Yes, it was.
Georgia.
Bach.
The music is gorgeous.
Just an old sweet song.
You like it?
Yeah, they do.
Virginia's got Georgia on her mind.
Georgia on my mind.
The music.
They find actual joy in that music.
Whisper words of wisdom.
The music
Let it be.
You saw it.
lifts them up, these residents with dementia.
Or did ya?
The music calms them down.
Well, I think the beauty of the music in memory is that it's so specific to each person.
Specific.
No, that's not the song.
Because families pick out the songs they hope will resonate.
No.
The caregivers create the personal playlists.
We're customizing the music to that person.
We've got the iPods for him.
Next thing you know,
The eyes, right? Yeah, it's in the eyes.
Yeah, you betcha.
they come alive.
He always says, I say, yeah, you betcha.
You betcha.
Do I say that really?
You can see it
Yeah.
in their eyes. They feel it in their souls.
She's singing with her iPods right now.
The music. Their music now transports them back in time to a beautiful place.
Where they find peace.
Really great music.
It is wonderful, isn't it?
Then all of a sudden the language comes back.
Exactly.
Mein fester Burg ist unser Gott. Is that familiar to you?
That's not. I don't speak German.
Music is really interesting in the sense that it's one of the things that activates the most regions of the brain of any stimulus out there.
I hung my head and I cried.
Music activates memory.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You know, that kind of memory and learning that comes about without even knowing that you're learning it.
I know where he is.
You know where he is?
Yeah.
Right there.
Gail keys in on this neuropsychologist's name tag.
Christopher
Yeah.
Rose.
You got it. It's actually
PhD.
Christopher, but I'll go with Christopher. I can live with that. And who are you?
Gail.
Gail. Gail, it's nice to meet you.
Looks like
All
you,
right.
ma'am.
Yeah. Something tells me you run this place.
I think I compiled somehow.
When this place gets new residents, the staff gets to work on those playlists.
I'll purchase that song and add it to Roberto's playlist.
That's Roberto, newest resident at the Gaffney House.
How you doing?
He doesn't know this yet, but his days are about to get brighter.
See ya.
His memory sharper.
I've got some music for you today.
Oh, yeah.
With Roberto, I'm going to need to get some tangos, which I haven't had before.
Maria Bonga, yeah.
You liked her, right?
Yeah.
All right.
There's this kind of like a stirring or an awakening that happens. This kind of prehistoric kind of pathway that we all have and we all have access to that gets rekindled with music.
You like it?
I love it.
You love it. I'll buy all these songs for you.
You make me gonna cry.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, you deserve it. You deserve it. You deserve it. Yeah.
I adore you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His happiness makes me so happy that, you know, he found what he loved.
Sometimes, for some reason, a song strikes the wrong chord.
So it brought him to a place, a dark place.
It did. It did. What's wrong?
I don't know.
What must he be thinking? What must she be thinking?
I think that there is value in having people have that catharsis. So I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing if somebody cries.
Do you want me to help you?
Yeah.
Okay, good, perfect. You ready?
I'm not scaredy.
Okay, there you go. How about that? Is that good?
Much better.
I'll love to see smile all day long on them if it's possible.
The families live for those moments of clarity and joy. That's son Roberto and daughter Lourdes.
The music is very profound, very touching.
When you think about it, it's so simple.
I heard that classical Baroque is your favorite.
Tap into the power of music.
See what you think of this.
So he's absolutely loving it.
To help residents tap into deep memories.
Go hand.
I love you.
Lift them up. Calm them down. So they can have the best days they can have.
It just puts him in this good place again.
John Sharify, King 5 Years.
Me quisieras, que convirtieras en realidades mis ilusiones.
Smile.
Ah, that smile. Captured in this photo, Raymond smiling because he knows others out there, complete strangers. Those of you walking by, driving by, will learn that he's homeless because he stood here for this picture. If you have this app called Give Safe,
you can invest directly into Raymond, into an individual.
You can read Twitch's story.
I mean, I've been homeless since 1991.
Invest in him. Someone just did.
$40.
You can read Nicole's story.
It's really, really bad out here. It's stressful.
Read their stories, then you get to decide.
Decide if you want to help Nicole or Twitch or Raymond. Help them with a donation, even without ever meeting them. Help them because you can.
Now you can put a face to the story and a name to the face.
As long as they're doing one thing.
It's a beacon, okay.
As long as they're wearing a beacon.
Just like this, my first one, you know, I didn't know what it was. It's a beacon.
So that's the beacon.
This is a beacon.
What is it?
It's a small Bluetooth emitter.
It's a beacon for the homeless.
Here's how it works. If someone's wearing a beacon and you have the app on your phone like I do right now, and you're just 30 yards away, you'll be notified, which is what just happened.
Raymond is nearby. It says so on my app. And there he is.
I'm Jonathan.
I'm Raymond.
Nice to meet you, man.
Jonathan Kumar came up with this idea and created a nonprofit called Give Safe.
This is a reminder of hope that other people passing by aren't just going to tell him no.
He wants to connect you with Nicole.
It bings and says, hey, this is so-and-so. And it gives them their life story.
He wants to connect you with Raymond.
I was a door-to-door salesman. Okay.
And to connect you with Bradley.
How you doing? Okay.
In fact, someone just did. Bradley's getting his first haircut in a barbershop in years, thanks to the generosity of a stranger, thanks to his beacon.
It's like getting the weight off my shoulders that shouldn't be there.
Want to see the before and after?
I turned on my phone and I hit on my Bluetooth. As soon as I turned it on, it brought up the beacon holder, and it was Bradley, and the before, and there's Bradley after.
Bradley after is filled with gratitude.
Oh yeah, haircuts, coffee, clothing.
It's pretty simple. Once they tap pay or give,
the beacon holder can get things.
Bus fare, groceries, a haircut, a storage locker.
More than 1,400 people have signed up for the app. Catherine Boyd was the 27th person.
There's no reason I can't or shouldn't give to these folks because all the money is set up in such a way that it goes towards things that are obviously helpful, meaningful, immediately important.
Does this make sense to you?
It totally does. It totally does. It totally does. You know why? Because a lot of people don't want to give out of their pockets.
It definitely encourage them to do better in life.
That's what you're seeing?
Yeah, that's what I see.
What did we see the other night as we tagged along?
This is for you.
Watching them passing out beacons.
A lot of them been asking me, where do I get this beacon? Where do I get this beacon at?
Ready, 1, 2, 3.
We saw people eager to share their stories.
Being homeless, when you go in for a job interview or something,
yeah,
they don't really look at you as a normal person.
Even if you don't donate, now you know their story.
We met Nicole that night.
I've struggled for so many years with people just shunning me, people just saying, you know, I won't give you cash because I know you'll use it for drugs. And I'm like, I promise you I won't. They won't. They won't. Having this is hope.
We kept hearing that word, hope.
It's like saying it's okay.
Hope to come back to where they were before they were on the streets.
Oh my gosh, I get to meet Jonathan. I'm gonna cry.
Hey.
Oh my gosh. You're a genius, that's all I gotta say.
Wow.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Like, I've been on the streets for 7 years. I've been clean for 1.5 years almost. I used to steal a lot. This gives us hope. This gives us a reason to stay clean. At least me.
Yeah.
This gives us a reason to say, hey, you know, you can do it.
Nicole is beacon holder number 23. And when we caught up with her a few weeks later to see how she's doing, she had an $18 balance on her beacon.
Chips. I'm looking for chips. Chips.
Just enough for some grocery shopping.
$1.49.
At the grocery outlet in Soto.
7 years ago, I wouldn't even imagine this. 7 years ago, I wouldn't even think I would be buying anything. I'm looking for beef jerky.
I did get the alert on my phone that Nicole was in the building. I typed in her amount into the phone. That gets transmitted to GiveSafe so they know what to remove from the beacon.
It's that simple.
I have 18 on this fabulous thing.
Got it.
Nothing like that feeling you get when you give. Catherine knows that feeling.
You know, I want to help and I can help, and so I will.
She figures she's donated 30 times. And just now,
Gave $1 to Charles and $1 to Raymond.
What about you? Those of you walking by, driving by.
The people are the answer. The city of Seattle, the individuals who are walking around the city, they are the answer, whether they know it or not. And all we're doing is unlocking some of that compassion.
How do we measure compassion?
This thing is hope.
Maybe that's what we're seeing with these beacons.
And I love you guys for doing it. And I love
My blue guardian angel.
A way to gauge
hope.
Just how much our community cares.
What do you want to say?
Thank you.
John Sharify.
2 words, thank you.
King 5 News.
I remember finding out about you every day.
It's a question I had to ask him once I met him, this professional artist whose work is everywhere. I mean everywhere. Now that question.
What's your imagination like?
It's very visual.
Like his murals.
Someone said that he's got some pieces of work on garages and sides of buildings.
You're everywhere.
Yeah. Hopefully we don't get that sound bite.
The explosion of colors, splashes of silliness.
Playful.
Henry's visual take on the world.
Joyful.
In every mural he creates.
Fun, huh?
Goofy.
Mystical. Magical.
Yeah.
He's so prolifically passionate.
Seattle's most prolific muralist, in fact. No other artist comes close.
Our city is so gray, and he brought a lot of color into our community.
Because everywhere you go, any neighborhood you go into, you'll see a Henry somewhere.
And everywhere, Henry. Not his first name, by the way. Ryan is. He's Ryan Henry Ward.
Well, that's his middle name. And for some reason, his dad and him said, why don't you just call yourself Henry?
Just always seeing that name, Henry.
So far in this story, we've shown you 98 of Henry's murals. 99 now. There's a lot more of these commissioned murals out there. This one?
And this will be 219.
That's incredible.
Yeah, so he was just born loving art.
He began working on his craft at the age of 3?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
3?
Yep.
Who does that?
I know. That's been his passion since he was in diapers, really.
If we fast forward now, this part is the hard part to talk about for a mother.
He was in mental hospitals.
The darkness.
3 different times that he had these psychotic episodes?
Yes.
When was the last time you heard voices?
It's been since 2012.
He would be afraid that we were all going to die, or he was afraid that that his brain wasn't going to come back.
And I ended up on top of the viaduct, and I was going to jump off of the viaduct and turn into a raven, and I was in a different reality, and I was standing up on the ledge of the viaduct, and a police officer grabbed me by the back and pulled me down and arrested me for attempted suicide. Even though I wasn't suicidal, I just thought I was going to transform into a bird, you know.
As a mother, what would you say? What would you do?
I just was there with him.
That was the main thing that kind of forced me out of it, was that seeing what I was doing to my family.
It's not a secret that he is paranoid schizophrenia. I've seen him write it in articles now, so I think we can all talk about it.
It's getting there.
We can talk about this. Henry's emerged from that darkness, that despair. But let's not sugarcoat it. Henry knows this is a lifelong battle.
I have a fragile mental chemistry. Kind of impressed with it.
Things are better now, much.
Feels good.
No psychotic episodes in 4 years.
You think the worst is behind him?
Yes. I always have before, but I really do.
There are no guarantees. Hope, yes. Hope for a better tomorrow.
You could hear those voices again?
Yeah.
Never mind tomorrow. Let's take care of today first.
So that's all we all really have, is this day, this moment.
And today is about
loving,
colorful,
fun.
It's what he wants in his life.
If that's what I want, that's what I'm going to create.
The explosion of colors, splashes of silliness.
I think it's beautiful.
Henry's visual take on the world.
I don't think he can help not painting.
Pretty stoked with how it turned out.
In every mural he creates.
You feel good now?
I do, yeah.
John Sharify, King 5 News.